All right, today I'm going to talk about the 5 things that I predict next year will bring. Now, going into this, I'm going to preface this by saying these are simply my predictions. These are not anything that I've heard from any kind of experts or anything like that. It's not something that you know is going to be definitive. Just having the knowledge that I have and the experience that I have and watching the economy do the things that it's doing and the emerging technologies and things that are coming up, I thought these 5 things would probably be the most prevalent within, next year or within maybe 2 to 3 years. So let's start off with number 1, and that is more competition. Now, when I say more competition, what I'm talking about is that I believe that there's going to be more people getting into the industry simply because it is a good industry to get into. It is an easy industry to get into, and there's going to be a huge number of people looking for something to get into because of all the things that are going on with layoffs, with their jobs being replaced or their jobs being outsourced or their jobs being, whatever. So all of those people are going to be looking for things to do. Some of them are going to be flush with a semi-seeded retirement fund, so they will have cash on hand that they'll be able to put into whatever units or whatever equipment is needed to get started. So I see that the competition is going to continue to heat up. What we have seen since probably COVID is a huge number of people, more people getting into the industry than are getting out of the industry. So I think that trend is going to continue and maybe even accelerate to the point to where it will get to the point of saturation. More competition is number 1. Number 2, lower prices. And when I say lower prices, I mean that the prices for the units for that are being offered to sell, the new units, the used units. The reason why I believe this is going to happen is that there's a couple things that are happening. We thought that tariffs were going to have a huge inflection onto the price and drive them through the roof, and we did not see that at all. What we saw, in fact, was a reduction in price after the implementation of tariffs. So we know that's not going to have an effect on it. We also see that there's going to be manufacturing that is kind of revving up in the States. So there's going to be competition between the two to where they will be in a race towards the bottom. And then finally, the market is saturated heavily now with both new and used pieces. And that trend will continue as people retire out of the industry or get into the industry and decide that they can't do it, or all the things that have kind of led to the situation that we're kind of in right now, which is a very, very large glut of used equipment that is out there. And all the people that are into the industry, moving through their equipment are also, like I said, people who are retiring out of the industry or trying to get out of the industry and trying to sell their equipment. So there's a lot of equipment out there, and that's going to drive the prices down. My next one is the Kei Trucks. Now, if you don't know what a Kei Truck is, a Kei Truck is those little tiny delivery trucks that they have in Japan and South Korea and all those places over there. What we saw this week was the Trump administration has opened up the regulations to produce those here in America. And why will this be a big hit on the industry? Your delivery vehicle just became a $10,000 delivery vehicle. With these, you can have almost full-size flatbeds on the back of these things, so you're delivering almost as much as a full-size truck in a tiny truck that's only 66 cc's, so it gets 40 miles to the gallon and whatever else comes along with that. So it's going to be huge. Your auto insurance will go down. Your obviously the cost of your vehicles, the cost of your gas, your maintenance, all of that is going to be affected. Is going to go down if they also at the same time implement things like self-driving and electric and all the other things that they've put into some of the other vehicles, it could potentially turn into a huge game changer for everything that we're doing, because the cost of actual delivery, as far as the physical cost of delivery, your vehicle, your gas, your insurance, your maintenance, your tires, all those things is going to plummet. So that is a huge hit on the industry, and will have a big effect on people who are able to take advantage of that. Also, once this regulation goes into check, we're not going to have any kind of rev up time, because there are literally, these vehicles are all over the place already in America, and once they approve it, they can almost immediately go into service some of the older vehicles. So you could pick up a delivery truck for $2,000 or $3,000, a used one that's in good shape, that'll allow you to do the stuff. Some of the other cool things about these trucks are that they are super versatile. They have beds that can detach, that can raise, that can lower, the sides can come down. They could be box trucks, they could be flatbeds, they could be just about anything that you want. And that is, again, already in place in these other countries, so it would not be very hard to implement here, and would create a situation where we move right into it. And again, I think they're going to have a huge impact on the industry, because it basically takes the physical cost of your delivery and quarters it. The next one is AI automation. Now, this is going to have a huge effect on our industry, like it has an effect on every single industry, in a couple of different reasons. One, all the things that we use for software are going to be readily available, not only through AI. AI will be able to create it for you, as far as reservation systems and database systems, and but also your marketing stuff will be available, so that it will take care of that. Your answering service, your booking service, all of this is quickly going to be automated, but through AI. Design is going to change, because you can design through AI. You can change the design in AI. So if you want to change a color or a pattern or something like that, all of that is very easily done. The way that you present to your customers are going to change. So imagine if you had a picture of the customer's yard, and you could place the units very easily, and show them where things would go and how things would be, how it would be. You can plan the party easily in advance, simply by having the AI take care of that. So AI is going to have a huge influence on our industry. It's also going to move forward with payment plans and things like that, so that all that becomes an automatic situation, and you're not having to fight with it. You can do your taxes through this. You can do your, just anything and everything that you can imagine within the next year or couple of years is going to be affected by this, and is going to be streamlined to the point to where you're not going to be struggling with it. AI will be able to take care of it for you. And they're going to do this at a level of a PhD accountant or design artist or whatever you want them to be. So it's going to be, pretty amazing the way that it keeps going, and creates an opportunity for you to build your business without having to hire all that expertise in. You'll have it in-house. The last one is probably, and I know you guys are already shaking your heads and saying, no way, a labor boom. This is what's going to happen. Well, we have been in a labor rut for a while here, where we simply couldn't find people, and that things are happening the way that they're happening. The population is starting to collapse on itself. We're not having babies as much anymore. We're not having, so you may ask, well, what will that do? There are tons of industries that are going out of physical manual labor that will have people that want to work, and those people will all be available for you if the price is right. And the price will become right the longer it goes, because the more people that enter into a market, the lower the price will go. So people will actually be doing this for cheaper, and there will be a ton of them that are readily available to work for you and that want to work for you and want to be a part of it. Why is our industry different than other industries, and why will it survive longer than most of the other ones that are being automated? It is the simple reason that we are a social industry, meaning that people want to talk to you like they want to talk to your barber, or they want to talk to your doctor or your counselor or whatever. They want to talk to you and have your personal input. They don't want to talk to a robot and have their input on what they're doing for their special day. Sorry, we're near the airport. The other thing is that people want people will want to have that personal touch of you coming to them. They will want that interaction with you. They will want a situation that is more complex than most of the robotics are going to be able to handle, at least initially. The yards are different. This placement is going to be different. Now, that's not to say that some of the stuff isn't going to be automated. I think that self-driving delivery vehicles is going to be very, very quick. And what that will do is it'll save you on insurance. It'll take away a lot of your risks, and your vehicle can actually drive your delivery guys to the site, and you won't have to worry about having a driver that raises your insurance rates and things like that. So those kind of things will be immediate. The other thing, the actual rolling and unrolling of the units, I don't think that that's going to happen initially, because it's kind of complex, number one, and number two, it's something that is low on the radar for most people to want to have done. So that's my 5 predictions. What are your 5 predictions, or what is your top prediction of what's coming in the future? What do you think will kind of pop in, and what will make things different? Let us know in the comments below. Keep watching, and we'll keep putting them out there. Thanks. We'll see you.